It's a mess. This video is about dealing with your consequences. Specifically, having a junk room. This wasn't originally a junk room, it was my art room. But over the holidays, it kind of just became a junk room because I wasn't doing art in here. And it's just all the stuff that I didn't want to deal with, I chucked in here. And this video is about dealing with that stuff. Yay. So I thought we could, or you guys would come along with me while I clean up my art room. And then I thought at the end of it, maybe I could give you a little tour. There is a lot. There's a lot. I'm an idiot. Okay, so this is where we're at. There's so much junk on the floor that I've just chucked. All my paintings have fallen down for some reason. That one's fallen down. There's a couple like under the desk over here. That's just a pile of junk on top of a pile of junk. That's not too bad, but my desk. It's just like junk on top of my printers. This desk. You can't even see the desk. Yeah, we just need to clean this up. it's been maybe a week since I filmed my cleanup video. So I have, kind of been in here a little bit, so it's not tidy like it was when I finished, but it's better. So I thought I would just take you guys on a tour of what I've got in my art room. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so starting off, I guess, as we walk through the door, I have had Ollie playing in here a little bit, so that's why all this stuff is in here. But I've got just this little trolley that I picked up from Spotlight, and this, that's just a book that I'm reading at the moment, Humankind. And then I've got this book here is just where I put all it's where I put stuff from magazines that I like. I just cut it out and I put it in this book. I find that helpful for sketching. Like if I want to get into my sketchbook and I don't know what to draw, I can just pick out a page that I like and then do that. But then I've got all my so this is like my gouache and my watercolors, cups, brushes, that kind of thing. And then down here I've also got soft pastel kit, oil pastel kit, and my colouring pencils, and a jar of hairspray that I use as budget fixative for this kind of work. And then moving on to this L-shaped desk. In here is where I've got my big A3 matte photo paper, as well as my A4 laminator. I can't store them in the drawers because they're too big. And then this first drawer is just where I keep all my camera gear, lenses, that kind of thing. And then in here I've got all my paper, so this is my laminating pouches. And then I've got my smaller paper that I can actually fit in here. I've also got a label maker, love this thing, and all my inks as well for the printer. So yeah, that's where all that lives. And then I've got here my Cricut machine. Oops, open. So I really I've never had anywhere to properly put this, so having this L-shaped desk has really helped because it's got heaps of room at the back for it to do its thing. So close that up. And then I've just got my little Canon printer for any documents and stuff. It is a good printer, but I did upgrade to my big boy Canon Pixma Pro 200. This thing is awesome. I love it. Photo prints, art prints, anything like that, it does. Just awesome. I love it. And it's massive. This is my phone for reference, and that's the other printer for reference. It's massive, so it can print A3. An A3 Plus, I think. And then over here, you probably saw me doing that. I haven't finished it yet. I thought I would leave room for any more prints that I wanted to put up. These are basically all my prints, so I was thinking of going online and buying some digital prints, and then I'll print them on my printer and pop them up here from artists that I like. And then that's my other print that I made ages and ages ago. Same with that one over there. I made that ages ago, but I thought I quite like them still, so I keep them up. And then the other prints that I have here, let's close that door. So that one and that one I actually did at a paint and sip, so they were fun. I like the way that they turned out. They're not quite my style, but I do like the way that they turned out. And then this, I really need to put in a frame, but it's a like a map of the stars from our wedding day. So it's quite cute. So that's kind of all the prints that I have. Down here is still a bit of a mess, but I don't really know quite what to do with it. So that's like my power setup. I have all my things on charge down there, and then I keep my tripod down there for easy access. And then moving up here is like my drawing desk. So Ollie's just taking a nap at the moment, so I'm keeping an eye on him. But yeah, I've got my colour reference wheel up here, just all my books. I'm currently painting this flower pot at the moment. And this is our Christmas photo as a calendar. And then I've got my TV up here that's connected to an Apple TV. This is awesome, so I can watch whatever I want on here. And then I've got a Yui boom over there for the sound. Awesome. A light that's hooked up to the desk, so I can just move that around. Whatever, it's awesome. This desk is actually from my Nan and Pop's house. So when they moved out, I scored my Pop's drafting desk, which was awesome because it's perfect for drawing. You can this thing here will tilt the table on an axis, and then you can also like what's the words? You can lift it up and lower it down, change the height. Okay, and then over here, I won't do that. Over here is my easel. I've still got a bunch of canvases on there that I wanted to paint, but I still haven't gotten around to. This little trolley here, I haven't quite worked out what I'm doing with this trolley, but basically my flower press is down here, all the bits for it, and I was going to keep wires in here, and then any supplies that I kind of like need, or like that I haven't tried, like I got these for Christmas, so I'm just going to keep them there so I see them and I don't forget about them and I know to try them. And then I've got this like little artist carry bag that just sits over here. It's got Posca pens, stencils, highlighters, refills for my glue. Just like I just use this book for like the note pages. Yeah. Glues. It's got like a protractor and some rulers in there. That kind of thing. Oops. That goes there. And then I've got my bookcase here. So I think the way that I've got it set out, all the books that I've read are up there, and they're just mixed in with like sketchbooks and drawing books. Then I've got some of my art supplies up here, so like my paints, paint palettes, box pens. That's full of washi tape. That's my DS. Yeah, and then we got like more sketchbooks here. David Reynolds penwrite hat, of course. This down here, just some dried flowers. And then in here I've got this isn't like an art junk journal that my mum made for me. And so I just pop like old photos in there and just old memories, that kind of stuff I put in there. And then in here is the baby journal that I've made for Ollie. So I'm still filling that up so it's nice and junky. Just some more sketchbooks. And then all down here is all books that I want to read that I haven't gotten around to. So that's that. And in here still, it's not the nicest. Just get that out of the way. Alright, so in here, that is just a box full of bags and pencil cases. In here, I've got all different kinds of paper. In here, I've just got like scrap paper. tissue paper, that kind of thing. In here is just like a bunch of packing supplies. It's really not that interesting. In here, this was a bunch of like paint supplies and stencils that me and my mum bought for the baby shower, and I thought I would just hang on to them once Ollie gets to that age, and then we can crack them out and play with them. In here I've got a bunch of yarn, more yarn, and then there's like my crochet hooks in here. That's just a bunch of fabric and lace, and then that's just like wrapping paper and gift bags and that kind of thing. And then we've got more packing supplies down here. This is a petty cash book for the for the property. I've got my cutter thing here, crocodile thing there. This is like my haberdashery kit, and then I've got like my embroidery kit that I never use. I really want to use, but I never use. And then all up here is just storage, so that's like baby stuff up there, Christmas stuff there and there. And then I've got all my cricket stuff in here as well, which is a very messy way to store it, mixed with fitness stuff. But yeah, that is basically my art room. So that's it. So that's everything. So thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the kind of New Year cleanup of my art room and the little studio tour. Comments if you liked this studio tour, if you saw anything that you would love to have for your art room, or if you noticed anything that would be good for my art room. Yeah, let me know. But thank you so much. I hope you guys are having a great new year. But don't put too much pressure on it. To be honest, the start of my new year hasn't really been like fresh. It's all just a state of mind, you know? Every day is a new day. So don't put too much pressure on it. Anyway, see you in the next video. Thanks for sticking around.